Tesla jumps 5.93% despite some bad news. We will go through all the good news as well. The market generally is up today, although BYD did drop. Some of today's good performance for Tesla stocks, certainly, we can attribute to the market. Bad news first. Bank of America analyst John Murphy issued a price target change for Tesla. He is saying that his rating is still neutral on Tesla, which is what it was before, but he cut his price target down from $275 to $135. So that's a 50% cut. Still higher than where we are today, though. When analysts cut their ratings, often you see the stock actually go down, not go up. So what's up today? There are quite a few more things, but let's start right here. A Citi analyst is optimistic about Tesla's Q4 earnings. Analysts at Citi are also optimistic about the Investor Day, which will be in March. I'm looking forward to that. Fourth quarter results are unlikely to completely solve the issue, but the weakening sentiment also reflects a lack of visibility on key go-forward items such as 2023 gross margins, delivery and production outlook, and the pace of product for new and refreshed vehicles, the analyst said. Look, we don't want Tesla to actually announce the compact vehicle until it's pretty much ready to go, because that will cannibalize at least some of the sales in China for the lower trim models. People like the lower trim models in China as compared to here. People like to, get the long range all-wheel drive model or even the performance in China, not so much. But then, of course, we have people questioning Tesla. Do you have it all together? Do you realize that you need the compact? Are you okay? Well, we don't really know if we can trust you. So you have these fears which present a buying opportunity, but then if you announced the compact, okay, that would help the stock price, but that would actually hurt the business because people would not buy the Model 3, for example, as much as they did before in China. Earnings day and the March 1st Investor Day could provide much needed visibility, hand-holding on these questions and topics, and that alone could conceivably provide at least a temporary sentiment boost. See, what he's saying, he's not talking about the fundamentals, which is all about the sentiment, which to me sounds like a buying opportunity. If you are a trader, of course, you want to get a feeling of a sentiment, but if you are an investor, it doesn't really matter what the sentiment is. As long as you like the fundamentals and you like the future earnings and you think that you're getting a fair price for what you are buying, you don't care. You just keep buying. And because I am buying, I'm accumulating more. I'm a little bit upset today that it's actually up. I'm happy for all of you guys, but I'm buying more. Another reason why Tesla stock is up today, and generally why things are not looking too bad in the markets, China. People are optimistic about China reopening. China doing well, of course, helps Tesla sell more cars in China. Demand concerns go away, and people are feeling better. They're spending more and spending more on Teslas as well, buying more expensive Teslas also. And this is my favorite piece of news. The backlog is coming back up in China. The price cuts are certainly working. Also remember that Tesla had quite a bit of inventory when it ended Q4 in China. We had 25,500 unsold Model 3s and Ys in China specifically. So the backlog coming back in China would mean the inventory has shrunk and basically disappeared, I would assume, for these specific makes. And now there's a tiny backlog again. In the meantime, in the US, the Model 3 inventory still looks okay, but it has increased. Although, if it stabilizes around this level, then that's just fine. So we need to watch this number carefully. This here is for Model Y, and note that these numbers actually could be, Troy, for example, thinks it could be as much as 10 times higher, possibly. If we have 10 cars in the exact same configuration in the same location, we will only show you one. So Tesla does need to do something in the US, no question about it. I would expect something happening relatively soon. Billion-dollar fund manager Ross is saying that Tesla is in rally mode today as the prospect of a board of directors shakeup and accountability is giving value investors the confidence to buy. I think Ross was joking here, but I am not too sure exactly. People responded with quite strong emotions. I don't think that's the reason for the stock going up. If anything, I would perhaps think it's a reason for the stock to go down, because we are talking about investigations potentially, and when you have investigations, whoever you are investigating, that person is going to lose focus on what actually matters, on things such as running Tesla. Okay, I just found this tweet. So this was tweeted about 4 minutes after that previous tweet. So I think he didn't quote his other tweet, but I think this is specifically about that other tweet. So I think Ross is joking. Now, I like when people make jokes, if they are funny jokes. This one, if it is a joke, maybe not a bad one. Now, this I thought was a joke. I'm not going to read it out loud. If you would like to laugh, certainly pause the video, give it a read. Elon said that is dedication. It is indeed quite some serious dedication here. And just to be very clear, I would never endorse this kind of behavior. Also, did you see these price cut protests? Turns out that a BYD employee may have led the charge. It seems quite probable at this point, actually. And here you can see the protesters. What do you think? Do you think Tesla should refund them? Do you think when I go to a grocery store and then the next day the store offers a discount on the milk that I just bought, I should go to that store and demand for a refund? Do you think if I go get gas for my Mercedes, that was not my decision to buy the Mercedes, by the way. That was my wife's decision. And then she tried a Tesla, and then we got a Tesla, so I am now stuck with the Mercedes. I should have insisted on her trying the Tesla just a little bit harder. But do you think if I go to a gas station, I fill up the car, and then the next day I drive by the gas station and I see, oh, gasoline today is cheaper. Should I go into that store and demand for a refund? Now, I may not feel good that I paid more, but this is just the market. And if Tesla does start giving refunds, okay, to who do you give a refund? Only to people who protest? To everyone? To everyone who ever paid a higher price for a Tesla vehicle? Obviously not. So where do you draw the line? Do you draw a line at 1 year? Well, of course not. 6 months? Of course not. 3 months? Some people would make the case, yeah, everyone who bought a car in the last 3 months should get a refund. Everyone who bought the car in the last month? Or is it only to people that bought it a day before the discount? 2 days before the discount? It just never ends. Like, if you give a discount to everyone who bought it a day before the discount, then the people that got the car a day before these people will start protesting. And if you give in to those people, then the people who bought the car a day before these people will start protesting. It just never ends. Now, I'm not really entirely opposed to some sort of gesture from Tesla, maybe giving some supercharging miles, but nothing crazy, not giving like a full refund or anything like that, because then where do you draw the line? By the way, I have seen some people saying that in Germany they stopped selling the 7-seater because perhaps we need the seats for US because everyone's buying the 7-seater in the US now because they can get the $7,500 EV tax credit. But keep in mind, it has been discontinued a while ago, so this is not new news. Also, we have seen this, that another 9,000 ton gigapress is ready for shipping on its way to Asia. Now, this could be for Tesla, but are they going to make Cybertruck there? Not many people buy trucks in China, and keep in mind that this could be perhaps shipped to someone else also. But you never know, Tesla could really surprise us. This would be the best case scenario, of course, but we'll see what actually happens. And these are 48 reasons why I only own Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.